me flowers, and I'm literally on the hunt to figure out who they're from before I go to the bookstore. Let me show you guys what they look like. They're so freaking cute. This is the bouquet. I don't know who sent them. I was thinking maybe my best friend sent them because she lives in Texas, and it looks like this, like floral brands from Texas. I don't know, maybe Brady. I'm gonna text around and see if I can figure out who sent them, but like, I need to use this floral company for mailing florals, because like, does this not look literally picture perfect? The fact that they put this like little pink like thing around it just makes it even better. It's freaking cute. Actually perfect timing because these flowers are like dead. They don't really look like it from far away. Like from far away they kind of look like they're alive, but they're literally dead. Maybe I could keep them though, because I mean they do kind of look pretty in the video. In real life they look kind of sad. But I'm gonna go to the bookstore today. I got a little off topic because I didn't expect to get flowers today, but I'm gonna go to the bookstore. Brady was telling me last night, he was like, you like always want to read books, and you pretty much, he was like, you have a like someone who like orders too much food or a lot of food, but then they like don't eat it all. Like that was like what he was kind of referencing. He was like, you have like a bigger appetite for books than you can like even keep up with, which is kind of true, but also not at the same time. Like he's definitely right, but also like I feel like I could definitely read the books that I get if I actually like made time to read the books. And I feel like that's like my biggest downfall. I do not make time enough time to read. Like I can read a book a day if I actually like, you know, took time to do it, but I don't make enough time for that. So a big goal of mine this year is to actually make time to read, and I think that, I don't know, the life just gets in the way, and I feel like I let it get in the way more than I should. But this year I really want to make a lot more time for reading. Oh yay! Ooh, the little like foods on the bottom. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. You think it's enough water? Probably. I probably filled enough, right? I like that they have this little like thing in it that keeps the flowers together, but I don't know if I should take it off. Maybe I should take it off. Probably should take it off. It's probably just honestly for traveling, like whenever they deliver the flowers. Oop, there it goes. Wow, this is a beautiful bouquet. I still don't know who gave it to me, so I'm gonna have to like be on the hunt to figure out who sent this bouquet, because it's so freaking pretty.
Hey, you're good at making me lose my mind, but I always come around, don't I? And I know sometimes I'm bringing you down, but I always make you smile, don't I? We're like the waves on a big blue stormy sea, but still you're the one who brings out the best in me. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again, you and me. Baby, you and me.
Just got to the second bookstore, and I want to show you guys the books that I picked up. I want to go into an independent bookstore because I feel like it's so important. I feel like so often we buy stuff from Barnes or from Amazon. Granted, I literally just did that. I got 4 books from Barnes, but I feel like I like to support independent bookstores because like there's so much, I don't know, like I just want like small businesses to win, and I feel like there's so much like nostalgia in independent bookstores. And so if you live in an area that maybe doesn't have an independent bookstore, like I don't, I literally have to drive 40 minutes to get to a bookstore that has new books. I have a lot of bookstores that have used books, but I don't have any in my town that have new books. And so if you don't have one as well, you guys can shop at bookshop.com. That's what I do. It's just a better way to shop, I think, than like Amazon or something. And you can actually give a portion of like your shopping to a specific bookstore. So I give it all to this bookstore. So anyway, I got 4 books, and the first one that I got is called Set on You by Amy Leah. I've heard really good things about this book. I feel like this is a book that I'll really like because it's about an influencer, and she is a fitness influencer, and there's like lots of little like texts and things in here like this, and it just looks like a really fun one. And she also made a book about a bookstagrammer, so that's another one that I could read, but I wanted to read this one first. And oh, I'm tired already. Oh my gosh. And then I got 3 books that are all books I've read before, but I've been reading Hopeless by Colleen Hoover, which was my first Colleen Hoover book. I read my first Colleen Hoover book in 2013, literally became obsessed with her writing, and I haven't read this book since then, so I wanted to read it again after I read Losing Hope. Literally love it. So now it's made me think, like, are all the books that I loved when I was younger 5-star reads still? So I bought 3 books that I was obsessed with as a kid, and one of them is Looking for Alaska. I love this book as a kid. John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars, which is a movie, and also has tons of other really like good books that were New York Times bestsellers. And then this actually became a movie, and I just remember loving it so much, so I picked it up so I could read it again. It's a really short read. It only has like, I don't know, let's see, it's pretty short, like 219 pages, so very small, but I wanted to read that again because I remember loving it when I was younger. I also loved Sarah Dessen's book, so I picked up Just Listen. I own Lock and Key at home, and I haven't read that one literally since, I don't think, high school. But I wanted to pick up her books because Sarah Dessen and Meg Cabot were like, I think Meg Cabot wrote like the Princess Diaries books, but they were like the Colleen Hoover, I feel like, of my time in high school. So I picked this up to see if her writing is just as good as I remember it. I'm not sure if I'll like it or not. I literally have no idea, but I remember just how like I loved her books, and I was constantly looking for them at the library or in bookstores. And the last book that I picked up is I Am the Messenger, and this author wrote The Book Thief, which I also have not read, but so many people have said it's good. And this book is literally one that I remember being so obsessed with. Like, I wanted to read it over and over again. Like, I just loved it. And it says, Ed Kennedy is an underage cab driver without much of a future. He's pathetic at playing cards, hopelessly in love with his best friend, and utterly devoted to his coffee-drinking dog, the doorman. His life is one of peaceful routine and incompetence until he inadvertently stops a bank robbery. That's when the first ace arrives in the mail. That's when Ed becomes the messenger. So I just remember this kept me on the edge of my toes. So I picked up all 4 of those, and I'll let you guys know what I think of reading old books that I read when I was in high school. Let's head into this other bookstore. I want to pick up some more books while I'm in the independent bookstore. And then I also have some Amazon packages at home with books that I'm going to show you guys that I ended up grabbing. So let's head into the bookstore.
I'm trying to let go of this heartache. It's been following me around. It wakes me up, it shoots me down. At this point I would rather be numb. I'm sick and tired of emotions. They've never done me any good, just tore me up into bits. I wish I knew how to call it quits. I should know by now how to live without her. I'm in the dark. When I make my way, I stumble and I fall. I'm a blind man without escape. I'm the ocean without the waves. The radio's playing songs.
All right, I have a little bookstore haul from the small bookshop that I just was at. I already showed you guys what I got at Barnes. Literally great things, and I got great stuff at this bookstore. I keep telling myself like I don't need to put myself on a bookstore like book buying ban, but also I'm gonna have to start reading a little faster because I keep finding good books. I literally found so many things. I got 5 books at the bookstore, and I still have 2 more in these Amazon bags, which I'm gonna show you guys those in a minute. The first book that I got is The Heart Principle by Helen Hong, I think that's her name. She wrote The Kiss Quotient, and this book is about a girl who is in a relationship. It says a woman struggling with burnout learns to embrace the unexpected and the man she enlists to help her in this heartfelt new romance. And it's about a girl who's in a relationship that's like an open relationship, and I don't think she wanted it to be an open relationship, but the guy's pretty much like, that's what I want. So she's like, okay, because she is set on like this guy being the one. Like she doesn't want to start her relationships and like dating and stuff over again. And while she's in an open relationship, I guess she meets this guy, and I think she like connects with him maybe on a deeper level. It looks really good, and I told you guys I want to read different types of books like about different types of relationships and things, and that is one of them. I also got this little poetry book by Rupi Kaur. I'm not really sure. It's called Milk and Honey. I was reading through it and it looks really good. And on the back it says, this is the journey of surviving through poetry. This is the blood, sweat, tears of 21 years. This is my heart in your hands. This is the hurting, the loving, the breaking, and the healing. And there's another one that got really popular by her. It has like flowers on it. And like this poem says, you were not wrong for leaving, you were wrong for coming back and thinking you could have me when it was convenient and leave when it was not. And I think these are just different poems about relationships, and it looks really good. A lot of the poems are really short, which is nice because I feel like sometimes wordy, like super wordy and long poems, like I just get bored of. The next book that I got is Never Never by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. So this is actually a book she wrote a long time ago, but she has just recently updated the cover, so everyone is wanting to pick it up. This is one of the few Colleen Hoover books that I don't actually own, and it says Charles Woodman and Silas Nash have been best friends since they could walk. They've been in love since the age of 14, but as of this morning, they're complete strangers. Their first kiss, their first fight, and the moment they fall in love, every memory has vanished. Now Charlie and Silas must work together to uncover the truth about what happened to them and why. But the more they learn about the couple they used to be, the more they question why they were ever together to begin with. Forgetting is terrifying, but remembering might be worse. It says never stop, never forget, just remember. So this looks really good. It says it's a gripping, twisty, romantic mystery. So I'm excited to read that one. Then I also got this book on Enneagrams, which you guys know I'm like not really big into like Myers-Briggs or anything like that, and I don't like look at zodiac signs, so there aren't really a ton of personality tests that I like really like look to for information, I guess. I do really like learning people's love languages, but I feel like I also like learning about personality types that can change over time, because I feel like that's more accurate. Like I don't really like learning about like personality tests and things that say you're like one thing and one thing only for the rest of your life. Like zodiac signs, to me, it's like I feel like we evolve and change, and really boxing someone into like one thing literally for eternity is kind of like like not really my vibe. And if it's for you, like no judgment there, just for me it's like not really of interest. But Enneagrams I really like, because Enneagrams are a personality test that you'll like take, and like that can change over time, and so you don't have to just take it like one time in your life. Like you can take it many times, and same with love languages. Like your love languages can also change as you grow and change as a person. So I really like Enneagrams for that reason, and I'm an Enneagram 7. If you guys know anything about Enneagrams, and Brady's an Enneagram 8. I'm an Enneagram 7 wing 8, and he's an Enneagram 8. So this book just talks about like different things, how to grow in your Enneagram type. And again, Enneagram types are just based off of a personality test. Literally you take a personality test and ask you all these like questions, and then it'll like give you the number that you are. But also if you don't necessarily connect with that specific number, like I'm pretty sure that it's a very like fluid personality test. Like it's not like very restrictive that holds you to one type of like thing that you are. So anyway, really like that one. I really like Enneagrams and the personality test, so I just bought that book to like learn. more about the different types. And then I also got this book by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Carrie Soda is Back. Speaking of Taylor Jenkins Reid, I did not know that her book One True Loves is turning into a movie, and I guess it comes out in April. I met 2 of you guys at the Barnes & Noble bookstore today, and we got to talking. You were telling me your favorite books and things that you liked. I definitely want to pick up the book Outlander and books by Ellen Hildebrand, because you guys said that those are good. And then you also said that there's a book by Taylor Jenkins Reid that's really good. That was one I hadn't read, so I added it to my TBR of list of things that I want to pick up. But I got this book because it's been a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. It's about a tennis player, and you guys know that I love Daisy Jones and the Six. Recently have read that one and was obsessed with it. Also have read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I read One True Loves, which I love. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. One True Loves was like okay for me. Wasn't like obsessed with it, but I did think it was like a good storyline. So I want to read another one and see what I think. But I am going to open the other 2 books when I get back. I want to catch a little bit of outdoor time while it's like warm today. It's warm enough for like shorts. It's like 60 degrees. It's a little windy, but still it's nice. And I want to catch the sun while it's still out. So I'm going to go read my book outside. I'm going to take Bane with me, and we're going to enjoy our time outside, and then I'll open those books whenever I get back.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the wildness. Let's just run away. Yeah, I could drive the whole night long. Being with you is like being on the rodeo highways. Brings out the wildness. I got a little crush on you.
I'm back, and I still never figured out who got these flowers for me. Like, I literally have no idea who sent them. But I'm gonna open up these packages from Amazon. I got these a couple days ago. I've been like waiting to open them with you guys because I wanted to show you what books I picked up. The next vlog is going to be a Chicago vlog, and we're going to Chicago for like a little like trip for me and Brady, and he like got me tickets to go see Les Mis, which I'm like so freaking excited to go see. I haven't seen Les Mis, I've only seen the movie, so I feel like it'll be really cool to see it on Broadway. And while I'm there, I want to just like really relax, maybe like go to the spa or something. And I also, there's this black owned bookstore that's like huge, and I want to go to that while we're there. It's like pretty close to where we're staying. We're gonna stay in like the Loop area. So definitely be on the lookout for that, because I think that that's gonna be part of the next video. I really want to go to that bookstore. I've heard so many good things about it. It's huge, and there's another bookstore that's like near it called, I think, Open Books, and then the other one's called like Semicolon Books. That's the black owned bookstore, and Open Books is one that I think just opened. So yeah, I want to go to those, but I also want to like relax, chill. So hopefully that's the vibe that that trip gives. And I'm really excited to see the show, because I haven't seen a Broadway show in a really long time. I think the last one I saw was Color Purple. I think they came to Truman, and I wasn't a student at the time, I don't think, but I really liked watching it. So yeah, the 2 books that came in the mail, the first one is The Neighbor Favor, and I showed this to you guys in my most anticipated book release video, and I ordered this forever ago, but a lot of the time, like obviously if you order a book and it's not out, it doesn't get delivered until the book is released. So I'm really excited to read this one. It kind of has like a long back, but the synopsis, it says, a shy bookworm enlists her charming neighbor to help her score a date. not knowing he's the obscure author she's been corresponding with in this sparkling and heart-fluttering romance by Christina Forrest. So, never read anything by Christina Forrest, but this looks like such a good book. And they have like lots of emails in here, which you guys know I love, like emails, texts, or like written things, like letters and stuff. And then the next thing that I got is the hookup plan, and I heard that this was a good book from Kimmy Books. I love her recs. You guys should follow her on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. She has a lot of good recs. And this one, it says, she's got close friends and even closer enemy, successful pediatric surgeon, London Kelly just needs to find some balance and de-stress. According to her friends, Samia and Taylor, what London really needs is a casual hookup. Obviously the hookup plan. So pretty much she has like this casual hookup, and then she ends up, I think, falling for the guy who she had a hookup with, I think. I'm assuming, honestly. I don't really know. I'm trying to like read the back really quickly. I don't think I've read anything by this author, but she is a best-selling author, USA Today best-selling author, so I'm excited to read this one too. And I love picking up books by Black authors about Black protagonists. Obviously, both of these books are by Black authors about Black people, and I pretty much always have to order these types of books online, which is kind of like sad, but neither of these books really are in like Barnes or a lot of bookstores, and usually it's because bookstores try to buy what like the people in the area look for or what they think is popular, and a lot of the time those popular books that are shared on social media or become like big bestsellers in like at least this area are usually about white people or, you know, by white authors. And I just like to add in some diversity, so I really have to like scour out books like this. And I only found out about this book from a booktuber who, what booktuber was it? I can't even remember who. It might have been, I can't remember her name. Shoot. I can't remember her name. It's literally blanking. I'm gonna have to look her up because I want you guys to also follow her, because I feel like I always want to shout out people who give me good book recs, and I feel like it's also hard to find Black booktubers or like Instagrammers, bookstagrammers. It's just like hard overall. Her name is Kira Bourne, and her YouTube channel is Kira Julian, and I'll link her in Kimmy Books below, but I found out about this book from her. She had heard of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got lots of good book recs. I will probably do like a collective haul with all of these books, along with books that I have shared in vlogs that I've picked up or that I've read. If you guys want to watch my like reading wrap up for February, I just posted that, so I will link that so you guys can watch that and get some more recs. I found a 5-star read in that video, and I feel like that's very rare for me, so you guys should watch it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.